Hello guys, today we learn how to bind checkbox list using Entity Framework in ASP.NET Core using Visual Studio 2022. To implement this, we have required SQL Server 2012 and Visual Studio 2022. Let us see how our implementation design will be. Let us see how our implementation design and how can achieve this design. So here you can see there is a razor pages in which checkbox list. There is hobbies, and in hobby there is checkbox list, which checkbox list bind from the database. Here you have a check box and there is a text. When you select any one of them, then whatever you have selected, and after clicking submit button, you will get the checkbox list ID. Here you can see reading, painting, hacking, their checkbox list ID 200, 201, 202. So basically we need to achieve this program. So let us start. First we have a table like SQL table, that is hobbies master, in which ID, hobby name and display order, and I have put here identity column and primary key is ID. And when you select star from hobbies masters, you can see ID, hobby name, display. There are 10 records in this hobby master. You can increase whatever you have required. Now need to follow some steps to achieve these programs. Let us start with the real example. Now open Visual Studio 2022, create new project, then you will select ASP.NET Core Web App Razor Pages, then click on. You can put the project name like employee hobbies. We put the project name employee hobby. You can put according your project's name. Now click on next button. Here you can see framework.NET 8.0. Now click on create. So here your project will be created like employee hobby, and you can see different folders like pages you have seen. So as you know, you need to follow some steps. So go to here, and already you have created a table. First step, installation of Nuget Package. Click on manage Nuget and go to browse. Put here Microsoft Entity Framework Core SQL Server. Click this and install this. Apply, accept. Then need to install Microsoft.Extensions.Configurations. So when you click on dependencies, so there is a folder like packages. When you check on packages, 3 NuGet package will be installed and have a same version. After that, you need to create a folders models in this project. Add new folder models. And when you create models folder, then need to create a SampleDB class. Now you need to create a DB class. So copy this one, like you can see here. Scaffold-DbContext, server name, database name, trusted connection true. Also you can put here user ID and password for that, and trusted server certificate true. Microsoft.entityFrameworkCore will be created in output directory in models. So copy this one, go to tools, and then Nuget Package Manager console, then paste and click on in. See, build started, build succeeded, and your SampleDbContext class will be created. And whatever in database have a table, all tables have virtuals public getter setter, so that it can be accessible in anywhere in the project. After adding the SampleDB class in models, then you need service to program.cs file. Here I have added like builder.Services.AddDbContext, SampleDbContext. So you can see you have added install entity framework, create models, and created SampleDB class. Now our main aim is to create the checkbox list. So first thing we need to know, we want to, when we click on submit button, also we want to know this. When you click on the checkbox and submit button, you also need to add, you need to view model class, so that in view model class first we take a selected checkbox ID and one class of list that will bind this checkbox list with the checkbox and value and their ID. So let us see the model class we need to define first. So here you can see I have a view model class. So first we need to create view model class and understands. View model class is need when you will talk about the added ledger pages and the value customized forms accordingly. So much will need go to models. So your class will be created here like public class average view model. Then after that you write getter setter property selected hobby. So for this selected hobby ID, store the selected hobby ID. Basically I have created the list integer and getter setter equal to new list integers. So this is for what? Whatever you have checked, all the box value, checkbox ID will be stored in this list. Then after that also need to bind the checkbox with ID and value. So for that you have write a code like public list hobbies master, that is table, and I have make object this hobbies master. You can see in hobbies master what you have. So here I make a hobby list of hobbies master a getter setter class in which all the tables value property has been defined there, and make up object is hobbies master, so that it will store the hobbies from the DB. So your next step, you have created a empty view model. Basically this view model will be for the ledger pages, whatever you need to display and whatever you need to select after clicking the button. So this is the view model which can be customized our requirement. So this is the next steps, and after that we create a ledger pages. So go to Solution Explorer and go to page and right click add ledger pages. Take a ledger page empty and click on add. So you can put ledger pages name like employee hobbies and click on add button. When you adding the page, basically two pages will be added. One is design page like .chtml, and other is code behind .chtml.cs. So let us see that is the design page, and when you right click and view code, so you will get like handler method also on get for displaying the populating the data in the ledger pages. So we have created ledger pages. Now we need to call SampleDbContext for the connection string. So like I have write, then after creating this object of SampleDbContext, need to create a constructor for this. So right click and constructor will be created. Then after that you need to write bind property. So through the bind property, it will bind the ledger pages and models whatever I have created. So write bind properties. Then after that I have a create a class view model. So this that view model need to call here. When you call this view model here, when you call this view model here through the public virtual, so that this view model will be available in the .chtml page. So through this we can populate or bind the checkbox list or whatever you have a design input fields, you can bind through this also. So you write here public hobbies master hobbies view master public virtual hobbies view master. All the object of this property view models will be accessible in the main ledger pages. Now we have write this, then we write a on get method. This is the handler. So from this handler, what is aim is bind the checkbox. So we write here like so. Here you can see bind property. It can be defined on above two get methods. Then you will see public virtual hobbies view masters make object this getter setter. So represent a public property in a class likely a model used to bind data to ledger pages. Then you know getter setter. They are the get and set accessor of this property. Get allow you to access the value of the property. Set allow you to assign a value to the property. In simple terms, this defines public property that can be read. So I have written a code like fetch hobbies master from database. So where hobbies equal to underscore context, that is hobbies master, that is table name, dot tools. So all the hobbies master data will be available in hobbies variable. Then this hobbies will be assigned in the hobbies view master object so that it can be available. So I have written like hobbies master view model equal to new hobbies master view model, and then hobbies master you can see in the object like select this and click on F12. So hobbies master is a object of this list hobbies master, so it can be stored all the in these variables hobbies equal to hobbies master. So all the data available in now hobbies master of this view model. After that we will write a code of ledger pages. So go to here you can see directive page and directive models. Then after that so here I have write like form method equal to post. Then you define input type checkbox name equal to hobbies master view model dot selected hobbies masters, that will be the ID whatever you have select, and values you can see hobbies dot ID, and for displaying text hobby name. And here you can see like, and here you have written one code like model dot hobbies view model dot selected hobbies id dot contents. and hobby ID means selected value will be same, will be hobby ID whatever, then this will be checked, otherwise not checked. So this is will useful when you have select and click on button, then again we will bind. So selected whatever you have selected before the submitting button, and when you submit then it will be available for the selected checkbox. And then after that you have right like button, type submit equal to submit value. Now first we run and check whether the checkbox will be bind or not. Click on it, run this application. This binding will be only bind property. So run it again and press enter. So here you can see that your all the checkbox will bind through the database through the entity framework, and there is one submit button. When you check this one and click on submit button, so we are not getting any value. For this we need to write a post method code. So go to .cs page, and here we write the onPost method handlers. So let us see, you can see void onPost. Forget the selected category ID, we write a variable like where selected hobby ID equal to hobby master view model dot selected hobby ID. From this whatever you have select all the checkbox, then it will store their ID, and this ID I have stored in the view data in AA. Here you can see for process the selected hobby, basically selected hobbies as a list, so we need to one by one. So from this way also you can write in console or outline like for each where ID in selected hobby ID, and it will print the selected hobby ID in the console. And after when you clicking on submit button, so your checkbox list will empty. So for this again we will call like where hobbies equal to context hobbies master dot toolist, and assign these hobbies to this view model. So again your checkbox will be displayed. And main things here I have written one code more. So whatever you selected need to also bind. So for this I have stored this selected value checkbox ID in the view data, and this view data again we will assign this like selected hobby ID. So I have write rebound the hobbies view model to whatever selected value ID, so that it selected after the button click. So simply I have write assign the selected value hobby ID. So simply I have write hobby master view model dot selected hobby ID whatever I have stored in view data. So I have type conversion list integer view data, here type conversion as a list. Now run it again. You can see all the checkbox will be displayed like reading, painting, hiking, cooking, traveling, photography, gardening, playing music, cooking, traveling and reading, and click on submit button. So here you can see that your selected ID hobbies ID is 200, 203 and 204, and after clicking also you can see checkbox whatever I have selected not clear. So that's way we can achieve the binding the checkbox list, and after clicking submit button also that checkbox will be selected. Thanks for watching my YouTube videos. If you want to more videos, please subscribe my YouTube channel.